Hello everybody, how's it going and welcome back. This is week number 7 of quarantine school. Thanks for joining us. It's good to see everybody this way again. We have 2 things that we'd really like to do today. The first is we want to talk about last week's work and some of the big lessons that we want to take away from that. And the second thing we want to do is just talk about this week's calendar, and then we'll wrap up and we're out of here. So let's get into it. Okay, last week we had a chance to find a poem on our own, and we used some of these important terms from our poetry terms sheet posted online to our website to be able to talk about what it is about that poem that we really like. So if there are interesting rhymes, or if there's a meter, like a natural rhythmic quality to that poem that we really like, or maybe it's using really exciting images, or maybe we notice that repetitive consonant sound at the beginning of a lot of the words. We call that alliteration. It could be any number of those things. If we're noticing those qualities in a poem and we write about it, we become more astute readers of poetry, and that's what we want to do. So that was what we did last week. We also had a chance to read a little bit about the life of the poet Theodore Roethke. His last name is spelled in a way that looks like Roethke, but the pronunciation is Rutke, just FYI. Anyway, we had a chance to learn a little bit about his life. We read his, I would argue, his most famous poem, My Papa's Waltz, and then we answered some questions. All of this is designed to get us thinking about not just what a poem is about, but how a poem can work. And when we're better readers of poetry, we're better able to appreciate a lot of the work that poets do to create these poems for us. Anyway, that's what last week was all about. We're going to take that work with us this week, and we're going to get into the calendar. So let's check it out. Okay, week number 7. What we want to do today, Monday, is we want to watch a video. And this video is going to introduce us to a very special type of poem. It's a form. Some poems don't follow any form. We call those poems free verse. And, young readers and writers especially like those poems because you don't have to follow any rules. But some poems follow a very strict set of rules, and a sonnet is one of those types of poems. Now, we study the Elizabethan sonnet. That's a special type of sonnet that William Shakespeare really enjoyed using. But we study that form so that we can appreciate Shakespeare's poetry because he's writing in this form for so many of the poems that he wrote, approximately 150. So for today's schoolwork that you're going to be doing, you're going to watch a brief video about the sonnet form. This video is going to teach you what a sonnet is and how a sonnet is structured, and what you're going to do is you're going to write your own sonnet. Okay? Now this is I think really cool. You could write a sonnet about absolutely anything: your favorite food, your pet, what's going on in your life right now, your thoughts about having to learn from home, whatever you want. But you're going to post your sonnet to turnitin.com, and you're going to follow the instructions that are available on the website. There's a more detailed assignment sheet on the website. Check it out there, and you can find it. Okay, the next thing you're going to do for Wednesday's class is you're going to watch an introduction video to Romeo and Juliet. I'm going to share a link to that video in the group chat. And I'll also post a link to the video on the website in case people want to access it there. So your only task for Wednesday is to watch the video, take notes, post your notes to turnitin.com, and that's it. So as we move forward, what we're going to do is prepare ourselves to read Romeo and Juliet. This is one of William Shakespeare's most famous plays. William Shakespeare, if we don't know, is a very famous English language poet and playwright who lived during the end of the 1500s and in the beginning part of the 1600s. To study his work is to see English language come alive in the most exciting and vital sense. It is something I am very excited to share with you. It's a journey I'm really excited to be a part of, and that's one that's going to begin next week. So the work that we're doing on Wednesday is really designed to prepare us for that journey, and I really look forward to it. So that's it. That's the calendar. Monday we're going to learn about sonnets. Wednesday we're going to be introduced to Romeo and Juliet and get some background information and be prepared for the coming weeks when we get to read the play, see the play, listen to the play, and just fully interact with it. It's a journey I'm very excited to be a part of. I hope you are too. So until we see each other again, be good to yourself, be good to everybody else, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.